I'm Lauren with Pack Hacker, and today we're going to be taking a detailed look at the North Face Bozer crossbody, which I've been testing for the last 2 weeks. Let's dive in. So starting off with the materials here, we have a 600D recycled polyester, and that's just kind of along all of this here, along like this backside. And it does have a DWR finish, so you do have a little bit of weather resistance there. And then this ripstop nylon here, I can bring that closer. You can see that ripstop pattern, and that is a Cordura ripstop, and it is kind of translucent. So if you do have stuff in this pocket, you can sort of see my fingers and like the outline of them there. You can't really see what's in this pocket. It's translucent but not see-through all the way. So if you do have more sensitive materials in there, then that's a really great spot to just keep everything. You're not really gonna see what's inside. So it is a fairly simple design. They do have the hip pack version, which I do have here. So just kind of as a quick comparison, you can see that the sizes are very similar. This one here is 2 liters, as is this one. This is the hip pack version. And you can see that it does have like that wider shape to it and versus this more compact shape. And that's just because it rests really comfortably like on your hip. So it has that more like angled flat side that will rest against your body, whereas this one here just sort of hangs. So you can wear this a couple of different ways as with this one. So they're similar, but a little bit different just in terms of what they can carry. So one of the biggest things is with this main pocket here, you technically can put a water bottle on the inside. So I have a water bottle here as well. This one is 17 ounces and it does have like a little bit of a shorter size to it. So you can kind of get an idea of how it actually fits. So with the hip pack here, it fits pretty much all the way in. It does start to get a little bit harder to fit it in if you have it really full with items on the inside. If you have it packed out pretty full, so it might start to fit a little bit like this, but it does fit, for the most part all the way in. Whereas with this one here, you can see it struggles to get all the way in. So a lot of that too is the fact that I have this one fully packed out and this one is not. So, do definitely keep that in mind, but you can see that it does have a lot of pull down here and this does stretch a little bit, but it's not gonna accommodate a larger water bottle. So even in comparison, these two, you can really see that there is a significant size difference that makes this one a little bit easier to fit a water bottle if that's something that you want. I personally didn't really put water bottles in here. I think it looks a little bit goofy. So for the most part, I left this for other quick grab items. So looking at this one here, we're just gonna kind of go through all of the pockets and kind of everything on it. So this one here, as I mentioned, is just sort of a quick grab pocket. I put like phones or keys or something in there. And then the main pocket here is fairly simple as well. So there is a key strap here. It's just sort of like a nylon. It's a little bit thin, but it does the job. For the most part, I just sort of drop my keys in here anyway. I didn't really feel a need to keep them on this key leash. But if it was on the key leash, I could get it into, if I had like my house keys on there, I can get it into my door without needing to take this off, which is a huge bonus. And then I have my phone, which iPhone 13, and then my wallet, and then that is pretty much it. So there is this back pocket here, and that has like my chapstick and a pair of headphones in there. So really, it is just like small everyday carry items that you're going to be carrying in this thing. The more you pack it out, the more it's going to either butt out on this side or start to kind of come out on into this front pocket here. So you do have to be a little bit strategic about what you're carrying. Now that it is empty, I'm actually going to put the water bottle in here. So you can see, even with it empty and this cinch cord just kind of cinched right up, it still falls down, there's still a little bit of a gap up at the top compared to the other hip pack there. So something to keep in mind for the water bottles. And then with the zippers here, we have YKK zips and then a little bit of paracord, which is, nice, easy to grab onto. Everything, functions very well. So with this back pocket, as well is where the buckles are. So these are Duraflex buckles. They have a little bit of North Face branding on them. Everything over here is, pretty subtle. So there's a couple of different ways to wear it as well, which I'll go over just to kind of get everything back in here. See, if you look, like I didn't really plan how I was going to put that in there, right? So then that's when it starts to get a little bit harder to pack. And then that will go there. And then you can just buckle that up. So this one, actually, I can show you just how it fits a phone. And this phone here, this iPhone 13, fits in there very, very smoothly. So this is mostly what I use this front pocket for. I would either put my phone in here, my wallet in here, a pair of sunglasses, anything that was really easy to grab that I wanted quick access to, that's a great spot for that. It was when I started to put bulkier things in there that it got a little bit weird. So easy to swap things around. So then kind of looking at how this actually wears, there is a carry handle here. You can see that there's some North Face branding on there. It's pretty subtle, it's just black on black. Easy for quick grabs, didn't really find myself using it a ton, but great to have it there just in case. And then back here is where you sort of get into the different ways to wear it. So if you wear it this way, there is a fair amount of adjustment, and this sort of wears as just like a hip pack almost, but it lays like a over the shoulder thing. So I usually just wore it across my body and then it would just hang on the front here. But there is a way that you can sort of adjust how this wears on yourself as well. So if you wanted to, there is this buckle that detaches, and then a smaller buckle, or a similar buckle rather, that is on the base that just kind of slips in, and you can pull that out, push this one in, and then buckle it this way. And then you have a little bit of extra stability. So what it does is it just buckles it down here and up here. And then if you're really active or you're doing something where you're going to be walking around a lot, then you do have, it's kind of like a bike loop or something like that would secure like a crossbody to yourself if you're going to be doing like bike riding and things like that. It just sort of acts in that similar way. And then if you wanted to as well with this, you just stick that back in there. I did find it a little bit difficult to get it back on the inside just because of how tight this back pocket is. You could use this as a back pocket as well. I was able to get my phone in here. It still sticks out a bit, so it's not really like meant for that, but that is an option as well. And then if you wanted to, you could wear this as a hip belt. So I'm gonna just adjust that a little bit, and then you just adjust it as needed, and then you have, gonna have to put this on like this, and then you can wear it completely around your hip as well. So you have a few different options. This, you can see there's a ton of strap adjustment left. There is a strap keeper here, so it does fully go around to the other side. I never really wore it like this. I felt like the other strap versions kept it in a very similar spot on me, so I didn't really mind having the strap. But to have that variation is, definitely something that if you're looking for a bag that is a bit more versatile, then that's great for that. In general, I think I definitely like the hip pack a little bit more. It felt a little bit more secure on me, but this one has the very similar features at a little bit of a lower profile. So if that's something that you're looking for, then that's really great for that. So there you have it, the North Face Bozer Crossbody. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we'll see you in the next one.